Through this story, if you go out camping with a group of friends, you're going to make sure that you and your group never get separated for any reason. In August of 2013 in Australia, a girl who we're going to call Ava was out camping with a group of friends. She was watching them jump from a waterfall down into the water below, but didn't want to do it herself as she had a fear of heights. After watching for a little while, she opted to just return to camp and read her book. After she returned back to camp and she was sitting there reading her book, she started to get this chilling feeling as if somebody was watching her. So she started to look around, but she didn't see anything, so she just went back to reading her book like nothing happened. When her friends returned back to camp, they stated that they forgot to get a lighter to be able to light the campfire. So they were going to go to the car and drive down to the store and get a couple lighters and come back. Ava was not keen on this idea. She didn't really want to be left alone, but she had a crush on one of the other guys. And she didn't want to seem not cool. She just wanted to really fit in. So she just said, okay, I'll wait here until you guys come back. After a few minutes of waiting, she realized that it was about a 20 to 30 minute walk back to the car and then to the store and then back. So they'd be gone for about 2 hours. And as it was already 4 o'clock, she started to realize by the time they get back, she would have been sitting at the campsite by herself in the dark for at least 30, maybe 45 minutes. She would continue waiting for them to come back and was still reading her book when she started to hear footsteps in the forest. And she thought, okay, my friends are back. But then she heard this really sinister laughter, and she immediately shot up and looked around to see if she could see anyone. And after looking around for a few seconds, she peered off to across the creek and saw a man standing over there staring directly at her. As she kind of surveyed the guy to get a feel for him, she was just overly creeped out. And he was wearing a full tux, and it was completely spotless. And she was wondering, how did you come out this far and not get a single mark on your tux? And then he would ask her, what are you doing out here all alone? Ava's response to him asking what she's doing out here by herself, she said, I'm just waiting for my friends to come back. They'll be back soon. And then he just laughed, that sinister, evil sounding laugh. Thankfully for Ava, she eventually did hear her friends' voices coming in behind them. And the man would look at her and say, well, there's another campsite down the way. I'm going to go check in with them. The rest of their camping trip, Ava would be listening for that laughter or look for that man in that full tux, but she wouldn't see him again or hear the laughter. The rest of the camping trip would go perfectly normal, but this event just stuck with her and terrified her day in and day out.